You guys, I made a really big mistake. And honestly, all I could think about is everything I did wrong. And I just feel like this whole thing could have gone. I feel like I just, you know what I mean, wasted everybody's time, and my time was wasted. I just feel like there's just so many things that I wish I could take back, and I know it's not going to be easy. But last night I walked in on Derek and Sophia, and as much as I did not want to believe her when it came to leaving him alone and that I was just the rebound and he was only calling me because they weren't together anymore, like, I just didn't want to believe it. You know, it's almost like when you date somebody and all your friends are telling you don't date him. You know what I mean? It almost makes you want to do it even more. And something in the back of my mind, even in my gut, something told me that something wasn't right. Like, I just felt like something, I knew it was exciting. It was something new, and it was something, you know, old. And those two kind of things coming together and having that feeling again, it just made me feel like I was almost blinded by the reality of things that were really going on and the reasons why he was reaching out to me. And I don't know, I just felt like I was blinded by love, and I thought that the love that I had for him was still there, and it wasn't. And I really messed up because Conrad was, you know, the best thing that had happened to me in a very long time. And I feel like as soon as I can honestly just be a woman and be straight up and basically just take it, you know what I mean? I know that I messed up, and I know I treated him the way he shouldn't have been treated. He didn't deserve to be treated that way. I almost felt like he was a particle in my life when at one time he was the world, you know, and it's not easy to come on here and talk about that because I know that I was at fault and I know I was wrong. It's just, yesterday I literally cried my eyes out. I just didn't even have words. I didn't know what to even say when I found him with Sophia. Like, you were just telling me to come back to the hotel so that we can book our trip back to Vegas together, and the second I walk in, you're with her. You know what I mean? Like, either way, I can't even be mad at her because she told me from the beginning she was going to fight for him and all of that stuff, and, you know, that's what women do. But I was just in shock that he proved me wrong. You know, he proved me wrong, and he proved everybody else right. Conrad and Sophia told me and warned me that this was not a good decision, and that he was basically just using me to fill a void, you know, to fill a void of him being alone. And ever since I've known him, he's never been a good person by himself. Like, he's a great guy, and I can never take that away from him. But he can't be alone, you know. And when he texted me that day from the very beginning, like a couple weeks ago, it was just, I forgot about that. And I forgot about the reasons why it didn't work out the first time. And it's crazy because I don't even have any more tears to cry. Like, I don't even have, the biggest thing weighing on my heart is guilt. You know, I feel guilty for the way that I treated Conrad, and he was just so disposable at the time, and he doesn't deserve that. It's hard to be in a situation when, you know, everything that you said at one time, even to you guys, I, you know, preached on certain things, but shit, when it comes down to it and your heart wants what it wants, like, you can't really, I feel like it's hard to avoid that vibe where you have with somebody, you know. And it's hard to, especially because we didn't end on bad terms. Some people, you know, they have like a really bad breakup, or they have, you know, somebody cheated or somebody did something wrong, and in our case it was really just, it didn't work out, you know. And now that I'm thinking about it, I had all last night to cry and weep and to feel bad about everything that has happened, everything that I did, and everything that, you know, just the last 2-3 weeks have brought into my life. Like, I was in such a good place, and now I have a huge amount of drama again, you know, and I've been drama free for so long, and I'm just so mad at myself. Like, I'm just so mad at myself for allowing this person to make me feel this way again, you know. I'm not gonna cry because literally I can't. I told myself I would not. So I have to do what's right, and that's making things right with Conrad, because I can't lose him. Like, he was such a good part of my life and a good person, just overall a great guy, a good person, a loving father and loving friend, a loving brother. And I know I messed up, but I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know how he's gonna react to this whole thing, because he doesn't even know what's happening. The last I saw was him at his house when I left, and I just wish I never did. I wish I never left. He's been so kind, like, so kind throughout all of this, that, like, what man would do that? You know what I mean? Like, what man would fight so hard for you, especially, like, even knowing that I wanted somebody else? You know, he still was fighting and telling me things that, I don't know. I just feel like I have to start all over. It's not going to be easy. Like, I know for myself, especially when it comes to relationships, like, it's hard to earn someone's trust back. And even though the entire time I told him that everything that I felt about him and everything that I told him, and, you know, the plans that I had for us and stuff, all of that was real. It wasn't for show. It wasn't just to make him feel good. It wasn't just to, they weren't lies. Like, I really truly meant everything that I said. And when I tell you guys I was torn and I didn't know who to choose, it was because my mind was telling me, don't be stupid. You know, don't do this again. Don't put yourself in a position to get hurt again, or remember the reasons why it didn't work out the first time, and that you have somebody great in your life, and he deserves better. He deserves better. In my heart, that was my mind, but my heart was telling me, you know, you shared something special with this person, and no matter who comes into your life or who comes into his life, they'll never be him, you know, talking about Derek. But after last night and seeing him just straight lie to my face, you know what I mean, like Sophia halfway on top of him, like lipstick spread all over their face, like, I was just like, wow. This is exactly what my mind was trying to prevent me from. And my heart kept pulling me closer to him. And it's crazy. It's really crazy how your brain, your heart, your mind, your soul, everything works differently. You know what I mean? I feel like they're totally different parts of your body, and your you know what I mean? All of those things make you whole, and it's kind of hard for all of those things to be on the same page. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it can happen, and other times it's hard to get them all on the same wavelength, you know what I mean? But all I know is I'm willing to do everything I can to get Conrad back, and I know it's not going to be easy. I don't think and I don't expect him to open his house up to me and his arms up to me with open arms again, like, but I'm willing to do everything that it takes, and I hope that he sees this, and I hope that he hears the genuine tone in my voice, and just know that, you know, I do love you, and I do want you, and I want to be with you, and I think it was more so of the familiarity of everything, the comfortability of everything, of how I was with Derek, you know what I mean? Like, if I went back to Vegas, it was like going back home, you know, and I get to be with my family, and I'm comfortable there. I have friends there. You know what I mean? Like, I think it had a lot to do with that, more so than actually being with Derek, you know? And it's hard. It's hard being away from my family. Like, I've never ever been away from my family like this, you know? And me and my mom are like best friends, and just to know that there was a thought, you know, a way for me to go back and to be there, like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even be in a relationship, you know? Maybe it's not the right time for me, I don't know. But what I do know is I need to make it right, because I just cannot believe what went down last night and how easy it was for him to just screw around on me, or whether they were together or not. And he claims that she just came over and barged through the hotel door. Like, I get that, you know what I mean? She did that a few times, like even with Conrad. And that's another thing. Like, I don't even know if are they really talking? Are they together? Like, I don't know if he was just doing that to get back at me, to be like on some petty type stuff. But the way that they looked together did not seem fake to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't even want to think about it, you know? Just her hands on him, and like, just what I saw that day and how it made me feel. I just don't know. I don't know what is going on, but I know one thing, that Conrad is a very honest man, and I have been honest with him, even if the honest hurts, you know what I mean? The truth can hurt. At least I know deep down within, like, I'm being that good person. I'm being 100%, like, being 100 with you across the board, you know what I mean? So I just hope that he's going to be that same way with me. And I hope there really wasn't anything going on between them. I don't even know. But these are things that we have to really discuss and talk about, because no relationship is easy. I'll be the first one to tell you that right now. But I know that when you mess up, it's your fault. You have to make things right. Even when you don't want to, or you feel bad, or you feel guilty. I just know that it would weigh way too heavy on my heart to just get up and go back to Vegas by myself and leave him. So I'm nervous. Like I said, I haven't even talked to him. I haven't even reached out to him. He has no idea that when I went to Derek's room, like, what I ran into and how I felt. I had so much anger in me, and oh my God, I was more mad at myself than anybody, you know. But I can't let that happen again. I was weak. I had a weak moment, and I went after something that was no good for me. And as a woman, I just have to eat it. You know what I mean? Like, I made a mistake, and I'm sorry, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make everything right. I'm a human, and I make mistakes, and I'm a normal person. And, you know, this whole YouTube thing, you guys, it's crazy how easy it is to judge somebody from the outside when you don't know the half of it. You don't know how a person's feeling. You don't know what that person is going through. And I'm not asking for any type of sympathy, because I don't even have it for myself right now. I don't. But people are always going to hate. When you're happy, when you're at your lowest point in your life, instead of lifting you up, people are going to tear you apart. And I'm okay with that. Like, I've learned to be tough. I have the toughest skin I think I've ever come across. Like, you know, I have to be tough for friends. I have to be tough for my family because I feel like I can take a lot more than most people. So this is just a bump in the road. This is something that I did wrong. I made a mistake and I'm sorry. And like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to make this right between me and Conrad and, you know, his family. And I know what I want, and I made a huge mistake. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, let you guys know what was going on. This whole thing is just gone south so fast, and I'm just ready to put it behind me. So that's it. Now I have to call him and tell him what happened, and hopefully he'll want to meet me and talk to me. So we'll see.